started on a night like any other. The kind of night where everything in your house is quiet except for the low hum of the refrigerator and the gentle tapping of your dog's paws following you around. He always followed you, ever since you brought him home from the shelter 3 years ago. He was part shepherd, part shadow, never more than a few feet away. You used to joke that he was your guardian, your little four-legged security system. He'd follow you from the kitchen to the couch, from the couch to the hallway, even wait patiently outside the bathroom door like a silent sentinel. You got so used to his presence, his loyalty, that you never questioned it. Never thought to wonder what exactly he was protecting you from. That night, around 11:40 p.m., the power went out. You were sitting on the couch, half watching a rerun and half scrolling your phone, when everything just blinked out. The TV made a soft fizzing sound before going black. The ceiling light went dark. Your phone lost Wi-Fi and your service bars dropped to 0. Just darkness and silence. For a second, you assumed it was a routine outage, maybe a blown fuse or a storm affecting the grid. But when you peeked out the window, every house on your street was lit. Street lights glowed. Porch lights flickered with moths fluttering around them. It was just your house. You called for your dog and he padded over, ears perked. He didn't bark or growl, just stayed pressed to your leg like something was wrong, something unseen. You got up to check the fuse box in the garage. He followed, of course. You walked slowly through the hallway, flashlight app barely illuminating the walls. You opened the garage door and stopped, puzzled. The lights clicked on, just in the garage. You flipped the breaker switch out of habit anyway, then turned around. That's when you noticed it. He wasn't behind you. Your dog, who never left your side, who followed you through every room in the house since the day he arrived, wasn't there. You called his name softly. No response. You stepped back into the hallway, and there he was, standing perfectly still, halfway between the kitchen and the living room. He wasn't looking at you. He wasn't looking anywhere near you. His head was angled low, eyes fixed on the hallway behind you, where you had just walked from. His ears were flat. His body trembled just slightly. His tail was down and rigid, and his mouth hung open without panting. Not a sound. Not a breath. He was frozen like a statue. You whispered his name again, and his eyes shifted for a second toward you, but only briefly. Then they snapped right back behind you. You turned around quickly, expecting to see something. Maybe a person. A shadow. Anything. But there was nothing there. Just the same hallway you walked through seconds earlier. Empty. You looked back at your dog. He hadn't moved an inch. That's when you noticed something strange beneath him. The rug had shifted. He never stepped on it before. He always avoided it for some reason, always walking around it in this weird little loop. But now he was standing directly on it, paws trembling. You bent down and lifted the corner, and found the note. It was old looking. Yellowed paper with creases, like it had been folded and hidden for years. But the ink was fresh. The words were in your own handwriting, unmistakably yours. If he stops, you keep walking. Do not turn around. That's not your house anymore. You read it twice. Your breath caught in your chest. Your hand began to tremble. You dropped the note and took one step back. Your phone buzzed. A notification from your own number. No service. No Wi-Fi. No data. But a message had come through, time-stamped for 11:41 p.m. Don't turn around. You already did once. Your stomach dropped. You tried to remember. Had you turned? When you left the garage. When you saw your dog. You had. You had turned around when you left the garage. And again just now. Twice. Maybe more. A faint sound came from behind you. At first, you thought it was the refrigerator starting up, or pipes creaking, or a neighbor's music through the wall. But no, it was breathing. Slow, deliberate, wet breathing. Like someone trying to inhale through waterlogged lungs. You didn't dare look. Your dog whimpered, low and broken, and took one step backward. His paw landed back on the clear floor, off the rug. Then he ran. Full sprint, claws clicking madly against the hardwood as he darted toward the back door, slamming into it with his shoulder until it gave way. You'd never seen him behave like that. Not during storms, not during fireworks, not when strangers knocked. You ran after him, heart racing, but as soon as you crossed the threshold into the living room, everything felt wrong. The layout had changed. It was subtle at first. The curtains were the wrong color. The couch faced the wrong wall. The hallway stretched too far to the left. And then you noticed something worse, the light. It wasn't dark anymore, but the glow wasn't from the ceiling. It came from the walls, like the house itself was lit from inside its bones. A low red pulse like veins under skin. You didn't recognize this version of your home. You weren't supposed to. You called for your dog louder now, but his barking had stopped. Total silence. You took slow steps toward the back door where he'd fled. The floor creaked underfoot, not like wood, but like something hollow and alive. As you reached the glass door, you saw your reflection and stopped. It wasn't moving with you. It stood perfectly still, face blank, staring, and then it smiled. You blinked. The door was gone. Just wall. No knob. No glass. No way out. Your phone buzzed again. Unknown number. You turned too many times. You spun instinctively, one more turn, and saw it. A shape. Tall. Unmoving. Humanoid but stretched. Its face had no features. Just a smooth surface, pale and pulsating. It didn't advance. It didn't speak. But you knew deep inside your bones that it had always been there. Following just behind you, waiting for you to notice. Waiting for you to break the rule. You screamed, but no sound came out. Then everything blinked. Like a single frame was cut from reality. And when your vision came back, you were standing in your living room again. Everything was normal. Lights on. TV playing. Couch where it belonged. Except your dog was gone. You searched the entire house. Inside, outside, basement, attic. You put up posters. Called neighbors. Nothing. No signs. No prints. No remains. It was like he had never existed. And every night since, your lights flicker exactly at 11:40 p.m. Only for a second. A soft breath lingers in the hallway. You feel something behind you, but you never turn around. Not anymore.